It's an element of blocking that noise out. And I mean, at some point, the noise does get into the cracks of, people on social media, and, players are all on it, right? So clearly they see it. Clearly they're hearing it. But it's the element of, I kind of let's rewind back to when Coach D made us read this book as a team. Like, it's your ship. Like, it's an element of players got to lead this team. And the coaches, coaches are coaching. Maybe you blame it on the coaches, bad call plays, et cetera, et cetera. But all in all, it's really the players coming together. And hey, we have a long season to play. Like, it's only 2 losses, 2-2. All right, 500 right now. We have a long runway. Now, here's the true test of going on the road. And how do we battle test? This is a tough environment to play in. So how do we battle test? We prepare for this week. It's Iowa. It's not looking down this season. We have to control what we control. And, like you said, praying for these guys, because we've all been in these situations as a player. We've been in these situations as Spartans in seasons. It could be worse, but we are at early in the season. Let's keep cheering on our guys and supporting, and we'll let the chips fall to what they may.
One of the things that I'm excited about, going on the road for the first time, is that defense travels, man. And this defense has been playing very, very good. Again, we talked about before what Maryland came in averaging before the game. And, you're talking total offense, 480 yards, which was first in the Big Ten. You hold them to 362 yards total offense. Guys like Dylan Tatum, 11
tackles, 2-1. Show up, baby. Look, man. Hey, we know he hitting. You ain't got to ask no questions about him. He coming up thumping. So that's an element of, like, these other guys, like, hey, I'm going to control what I can control as one player, and let's talk about demanding the excellence from the other 10, right? And there's other guys balling, but 2-1's out there, he's eating right now. And his energy is consistently at a high level to where you can see frustration a little bit too, because no one wants to go out and lose. Like, if you're playing this game to lose, clearly you shouldn't be on the field. Like, these guys prepare for this to win the game. And I think there's an element of the unwavering support. There's people that are loyal, but this unwavering support, and we got to get these guys some more support, vocalize it. I'm looking forward to going on the road. I mean, because I think it's getting away from campus, going out, and it's us against the world mentality. We'll be able to take on the Hawkeyes on Saturday.
You talked about, Dylan Tatum. I want to give love to some other defensive back. One of them, Charles Brantley was out of this game, injured, but Chance Rucker, the true freshman.
Hey, listen.
Played an
I feel like the Rucker name is the Rucker name. That Rucker name comes with some clout. Maybe you got CL Rucker out there. Hey, that boy was out there getting, man, like the entire game. Like, we're talking competing the entire game. True freshman. And you could tell Coach Barnett, Coach D, and Salgado, look, this guy is going to be a good one. Like, we got to make sure we keep him too, right? So.
Yeah. H-Town, baby. Houston. 6'1", 180-pound true freshman. I mean, it was like getting ridiculous. We were calling the game, and it's like constantly. Every time they saw 25, Tali Tagovailoa was like, I'm going at you. And that was game plan number one. When they saw Zero wasn't out there, they're going to his replacement. He stood very tall. Zion Young had a great game. Saw guys like Simeon Barrow and Derek Harmon. A lot of great penetration in the middle there, making it very uncomfortable for the quarterback, Tagovailoa.
Yeah, man. I think that's an element of, like you said, we're playing great D, we're playing great ball. It's like, let's put 4 quarters together. That Washington took a lot out of us, clearly. But from the standpoint, we put 4 quarters together and consistent, knowing that there's going to be adversity. Players, hey, other team's going to score. Other team's going to, do what they do, but we got to control it. And defensive-wise, it's, hey, if you don't let them score, clearly we still going to stay in the game, right?
Absolutely. That's the deal. That's why defense travels. And I got to give love to guys. They pay attention to this stuff. So I'm going to call them out. Guys like Malik Spencer, who had 9 tackles, from the safety position. That was great. Aaron Brule with 7. Angelo Gross, 6 tackles. Cal Halliday was all over the field. But then the true freshman, Jordan Hall, I mean, this is his first start. Jacoby Whitman didn't play in this game. It was his first start at Michigan State in Spartan Stadium for homecoming. does not look like a true freshman at all.
Look like it's a vet. We already knew that coming in, that he had the body type, he had the mentality, but like the way he plays this game is, like you said, it's like back in the day-esque of your Percy Snows of the world, man. Like that dude is on a mission every snap, and you also see him communicating too, where you know, like
he knows what he's talking about.
Honestly,
you can't play linebacker and fake it out there, man. You got to know what the hell's going on.
Absolutely, man. And so I just want these young guys, these young Kings, man, keep going, man. Keep pushing. I promise you, man, things are going to start clicking, and then everybody's going to come back out supporting. Like, don't worry about everybody else, man. Worry about the locker room. Worry about putting that productivity out there. Keep balling, because that boy is eating. He's seeing the ball. He's eating that ball easily. And I think that's the element of keep that energy high level. People are going to come.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Got to get guys healthy. You know, I saw them today. They were out there. You know, that's one of the things, man. Like, this is not an easy game, and we know there's noise and all that. But like, we got to dig deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, all hands on deck, because whatever the future holds is going to take care of itself. But you got to take care of what you can control, which is your mindset. You know, every one of the players that's able to play needs to do everything they can throughout the week to be able to get yourself ready to play the game. Remember, your body is your business. It's not a joke, man. It's not a game. And sometimes you don't feel like going to treatment, right? Sometimes you don't feel like it. It's hard. You got to get up earlier. You got to stay later and do all those things. You got to get cold and uncomfortable. But, man, it matters when Saturday comes around.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm sure you get this sometimes too, Stray. It's like, hey, you got any eligibility left? He'd be like, if I had eligibility, would I be talking to you right now? You feel me? Like,
all the time.
My mom would like to be out there balling, man. But look, that's long gone, man. These boys got it, man. We just got to consistently support. Like, hey, when it's all high and mighty, we're 11-2. We're enjoying and supporting these guys, and we're like, they are great. As soon as we go down to some adversity, we lost 2 back-to-back. It's like, oh man, it's everybody pointing fingers. Well, sometimes
that's not the way it is.
Yeah, that's not the way it is, man. We shouldn't be that way. So let's turn that tide, man. Turn that mentality back into supporting. We'll be good.
That's right. It's a maturation process. This team is coming. They're close. I'm telling you, this is a great team. The good nucleus here of players. Coach Barnett says he's staying with Noah Kim as quarterback. Everybody they brought in some guys, with Caden Hauser coming in for a spark. And also we saw Sam Levitt get in the game. It was good for them to get in the ball game. Not a question at all. It shows how deep that quarterback room really is. But Noah Kim's going to be the starter when we go to Iowa City.
Yeah, man. You got like you say, you can't pull that plug that quick, man. Like, you see what he can do all leading up to spring ball, battling for the job, summertime, training camp, fall camp. Now here it's like, hey, first adversity was playing a top 10 team, and you playing Maryland. Like, let's consistently give him an opportunity to keep this going. So, first road test, like, we know he can throw a ball. Clearly, you give him time. We know he can throw it and launch it to the deep end for these guys to catch it, because there was a lot of drop balls. So, everyone looks at it where, hey, you miss a pass, but clearly, they don't really get on the receivers when they drop the ball, right? So there's an element of it's a two-way street here, where if both of those things are clicking, we see what he can do damage-wise. But I do want to see a little bit more of quick decision-making on the standpoint of can't hold that rock that long, because, hey, sometimes you get a good protection in the pocket, but you got to think quicker, right? And I think that's the element that just comes with the pains and gains of progressing in the season. But we got to go out and have a strong showing this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference when you see young quarterbacks. Sometimes they're waiting to get for a guy to come open versus throw a guy open. If you watch that guy, that's that number 15 in Kansas City. Is that his number? That number 15 in KC? That's how to throw people open. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know that position all that well. I just snapped the ball to him. But look,
I just want to go back. Can we bring back the fullback? Because clearly,
no, they ain't doing it no more.
I'm just talking about
it's not dead. The fullback is.
We need some short. We need some short, like that 4th and 1.
You want that lead? You want the ISOs?
We need that lean. We need that lead back. Run the fullback. Put Malik Carr back there. give him a rock to get down there like low. And I mean, we got it. That's something that we'll have Mangum if he was healthy, right? So people don't understand. We're hurt. We're bruised right now on the depth chart, and Nathan is Carter carrying the load. So we need to bring some power football back to help this man get some holes created from a fullback standpoint. It's okay to go bring a fullback back.
Well, we have a clip from the game. We got a Noah Kim touchdown. Do we have that ready to go?
Just inside the 9-yard line. 94 yards on the ground now for Nate Carter. Noah Kim takes the snap back. Play fakes to Carter. Throws right side of the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Tyrell Henry with a grab. Touchdown, MSU.
That's pure execution there by the offense. When you look at Noah Kim, max protection. No pressure on Noah Kim. Just shuffles to the side on his right after a little play action play. Gets rid of the ball to a wide open Tyrell Henry.
Hey, that was clutch. That was legit, yo. Now look,
I try to, sometimes you don't hear me, but I'm cheering inside, right?
Oh, I know you are. I know you're being composed on the radio, which is crazy because no one's looking in besides this angle. But this is the same play that Maryland ran on us. Same exact play. Same exact play.
Same route combination.
Same route combination, corner. Like it's look, man, football ain't that hard, man, from a standpoint. And he threw a great ball. And Tyrell Henry, I'm looking to Tyrell Henry get more touches. Get him more out in space because he can go. And so let's get it going, man. Like you saw, that's where it could be. That can be on a consistent basis. Is that? And yeah, I'm excited, man, because I see the ceiling. I see it from a standpoint. We haven't even climbed it yet. So like say best color commentary you'll ever hear. It is. Now you got George here, and you out here just.
These things haven't gone bad just yet. Just with knock on some wood for me. Absolutely. But I appreciate that, Art. Man, looking at what is in store for Michigan State right now. We're going to break down that Iowa game in the next show. I mean, Otis, look, there's been a lot of good things. I don't care, what the record might show, two losses in a row, but there was a lot of bright points in that game against Maryland. We can break this thing all the way down. We have, privately. There's a lot to be encouraged about going forward, and especially going on the road for this game against Iowa, right?
Oh, yeah. And it's always, I don't care who is on the roster on both schools, both teams, it is always a battle between Iowa and Michigan State. Like, it's
oh, man.
It is pound. Like, I remember when Iowa was on the docket, man, I would always look at how much weight are the running backs carrying? Because clearly I'm going to have to come up and hit. So there's times where, all right, I need to bulk up this week. I need to go hard, eat more, or I need to slim trim because I got a fast scat back. I mean, I had Sean Green, and we talked about
I was going to bring Sean Green up.
Listen, man, like I knew hit monster, but I knew I had to come and hit. I had to come with it, and I had to be strategic because, like you said, it's a business decision on elements of, do I hit his thigh board? I remember hitting his thigh board, getting up a little doozy, you know what I mean? Like seeing stars, and that was just one thigh board. But it's an element of this is a hard nose. That it's either Wisconsin lineman or Iowa lineman that you got to prepare for a battle because it is about to be a fight from start to finish. And they keep coming. They keep coming every play. So for this instance, I'm sure that Coach Barnett, Coach D, all the coaches we have to prepare for a tough battle. It's a hard-nosed game. Both teams are very vanilla from a standpoint. We got a little bit more pizzazz in the offense, but they're vanilla. You know what I mean? They do what they do, run that ball, and they play action. It's kind of simple, right? So for this, I'm looking forward to it. But being 12 and a half points underdog, like, I get it. We deserve that. We deserve that, clearly. Clearly we deserve that. But that's not a true testament to what we got out on our roster. So take that that's bulletin-worthy motivation, fellas. Put it on the bulletin board. Let's go out there and let's shock the world here.
Absolutely. Kirk Ferentz, head coach of Iowa in his 98th year in Iowa City. Definitely going to not change his stripes against the Spartans. He's going to do the same thing he was doing in the 1800s when he faces Michigan State. I'm telling you, bring your lunch pail. is going to be one. We're going to break that thing down on Thursday when hopefully we can get Chew. Please hit that like and subscribe button because Chew needs the followers and the subscribers. And so do we. We do too.